Hello, and here's the 1938 stock, out of use at the moment, awaiting a part, but look what's coming into view. Its counterpart, 1959 London Transport underground stock, deep level tube. This has just come in from the test track, and yeah, exclusive to the London Transport Museum at Covent Garden. You can't get this anywhere else at the moment, though knowing EFE Bachmann, it will come out again, probably with different running numbers and different destinations. But yeah, this came in about an hour ago through the post, and I've spent the last hour unboxing it, fitting the 2 decoders that's required to run it, and 2 drivers in the cab ends, each cab end, so I can run it in either direction. And doesn't it look and sound smart at the moment? But time will tell. So the plan was to run it alongside this red 1938 stock, and even couple with both units up, although they never ran like that in service. But unfortunately, see this here, this is the coupling bar that goes in between the coaches, alright? In the centre of the train, like 2 cars down, 1, 2, you have a plastic one, okay, which is not forming a circuit for the electric lights or anything else. But the ones that fit in there, the first 2 coaches and then the 3rd and 4th coaches, have what you call electrical pickups inside them. Alright, this is the plastic one. If you turn it over, there's no electrical copper pickups, but on the ones that go in between there and that are fitted to this 59 stock, you have to have that to complete the circuit. And Bachmann made these with this little bit here off the top, this plastic bit here. Let's get a screwdriver. Just there, unclips, holding the 2 clips in. I suppose that's how they make them in the Chinese factory, you see, and then they just clip over. Both of these tops have fallen off and gone missing at some point since I've had this 2 years ago. So I've had to order some spares from Bachmann. I've got the copper strips in a bag over there, but I've ordered 2 spares, and what I'm planning to do is glue them down carefully so they don't come off, and I don't have to keep ordering spares because they're about to come off. If you see, they're in there, you see. Anyway, that's why that unit is currently out of service. The other problem is got a very noisy motor, and it's possible that the gears, and you can service the gears, need a bit of grease or oil in there. So there's 2 motor bogies I've got to look at, either today or as and when. And let's see if that cures it and it runs as nice as this does. It's nice and quiet. That's running at fairly high speed actually, but so far she's running well. We'll stop it and do our usual scrutiny, but for now we'll just take it in. I'm running it at 54 on the Gauge Master controller, and I've given it number 193. So yeah, it's got working interior lights, and the stock itself mainly ran on the central line, and was replaced by the current, I think it's 2004. I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't keep up with modern underground stock. I know this was introduced in 59, so it was known as the 59 stock, built at the same place as the lovely 1938 Northern Line stock. And not sure if any of these survive. They may survive as separate cars dotted around the country. I know they haven't got any at Epinonga, which will be the ideal place for them, should they ever want to haul them. Don't think they've got any on the Epinonga railway. Anyway, lovely units, and fair play to Bachmann for bringing them out again, you know. But they didn't have to do a lot of work with these units, both sets, because they were already out as non-motorised through EFE. See EFE there? Bachmann bought out EFE, so they took over all the mouldings for the trucks and buses that EFE were known for. Gilbo Holdings, I think they were called. This must have been about 10 years ago, maybe longer. And they inherited the unmotorised 4-car versions of both these sets, and all they've done really is added motors to them. They own Bachmann motors. They've got cam motors in them, you know, and fitted the decoder sockets in them. Okay, so you can run these on DC, by the way, if should you decide to get sets of these. As far as I'm aware, there's 3 different issue sets of these. The first one was the 1938 stock in the LT red livery. The second stock was the 1938 stock in the LT round rule livery, so they'd done away with the London Transport livery, and it was a brighter red than this, so you didn't have London Transport on the side of it. That was the second 4-car unit. And now they brought this out, but I do say that the bodies are not the same, and you'll see that when you stop them side by side. We can do a comparison, alright? And if you look on the front, I don't know if we can capture it. Let's try and zoom in. Get my camera. I get my screwdriver. I have to be careful because it's live rail. Oh, we're going all over the place, aren't we? Zoom back a minute. Just there, there's a pocket. You can see that square hole, right? 59 stops go past. You can see square hole here. See that square hole there? There's a coupling. It's a slot for this, so you can couple 2 units together. All right. Just thought I'd tell you that and bore the pants off you. I don't know. Railway fans, right? So these got quite work stained. It's aluminium bodied, really. They were unpainted, you see, and they got clean, but they usually had dirty black streaks over them from running through the tunnels on the central, you know, over a period of time. And they had grey interiors. I mean, I'm sure if you've travelled on these units, you know what I'm talking about. And like I say, more or less the same body shell as the 38 stock, but different work. So we'll stop them and do a comparison. Alright, as I keep saying, let's just run this around. It's still running in, but it's running nice. I had a few problems this morning with a broken wire down out to the feeds. See that there? That came away, and I'm going to take that back up. Also problems with the wire there going to the program track. That was coming loose and I couldn't program it properly. So yeah, once the main layout's built, one get all this, because everything will be soldered up and fixed, and you wouldn't see any wires. It'd be much more of a professional job from me. But in the meantime, this is what I've got to put up with, and hopefully later in the year I can start building the proper layout. But I'm lucky to have this, I tell you. Lucky to have all of this stuff. Just pure luck. Anyway, let's slow it down and start doing a comparison check. So these things take ages to speed up on the speed step, you know. They take absolutely ages to speed up and ages to slow down. So we'll bring it to a stop. So the front is parallel to the 38 stock, and we can do our, still taking the regulator off. Motorman and guard is in there. Right, I think that'll do. So 1959, Metro Camel, built London Underground. I think these form 7 coach trains. So what you'd have, both units, they'd have 4 coaches like that. They'd have driving trailer and all that. au fait with the underground stock, to be honest. But you'd have 4 coaches, and then you'd have another 3 coaches on the back. You'd have but one of these would be missing, and you'd have 2 driving cabs coupled together, usually out of use, you know, never got split up. But if anyone works for London Transport or TfL or knows any different, let me know. So what's the difference at the front? So let's screwdriver time again. First thing you notice is the destination blind is up on the top there. Alright, on the 38 stock, the destination blind was there. Alright, these 3 here. So we're going to zoom in and see what it says, so you can see. Look at that. So that's going to Heathrow with the little aircraft on there. The 38 stock was, what was it? That was I can't read it. High Barnet, Charing Cross. That white one say Northern Line. Northern Line is a Northern Line train, High Barnet via Charing Cross, okay? And A was the car on the top, and there's the driver having a look at us. Pretty poor. I painted him up. Yeah, so that's the 38 stock, but back to our current train. And what else is different on the front? Anything else can we see? Apart from that, it's got the roof vents. Oh yeah, the roof line, okay. If you look, just here and here, and also the roof there, from there to there, is different, right? Let's zoom in on that. You've got sort of roof vents. I see them sort of straight lines. They're to let the air in, whereas the 38 stock never had that. They had, I think there was some sort of arrangement with roof vent there. See that? Let's get a screwdriver. I think that's how the air intake came in through here. Alright, so let's have a look. Sorry, the camera's going all over the place. Right, came through there. Right, so moving on down the side, I know there's another difference here, which they've done is painted the, see these here orange lights, that's when the doors would open and these would come on. They were for passengers, but mainly for the driver and the guard. So when the doors closed, these lights would go out and they know that they could start the train. It's weird, as far as I know, these trains could start with the doors still open, because I have known it. So theoretically, the driver and guard should know all these lights have gone off on each coach to say that the there's one there, all right, and there's another one there. Each coach has got one. The 38 stock, the lights are there, but I think they came on darker colour. I think this is them there on the 38 stock. I think they were red, whereas on these they were orange. I might be wrong. So long since I've seen the 38 stock in service. What else we got? Still got the no smoking signs on these coaches. That one hasn't got any, and notice it doesn't have London Transport on these coaches. All right, the 2 middle coaches don't carry it, but the driving trailers do. All right, on the 38 stock they've got that all the way along, which is beautiful. And also the carriage numbers are on the side, individual carriage numbers. On the 59 stock, they are there on the ends, sort of thing. Zoom in, take that in, 1212 2212D. See, so they was all numbered in similar sequence, and that is 9213 and so on. I don't know what that one is. All right. What else? These got the 59 stock. It's got the blue seats inside. They would have had grey interior and grey floors. 38 stock had them lovely sort of coloured moquettes, sort of LT seats inside. Alright, riveted roofs, both the same. Shoe gear the same by the looks of it. Anything else we can pick up? I know these have been surveyed by underground stock groups, and they have picked out holes in the floors in these models, both of them. Things that are not quite right. I can't tell you what they are because I don't know all the details on these things, so they're not perfect. But like I said, fair play to Bachmann for motorising them. A lot of people bought these off when they were non-motorised and fitted motors in them, Black Beetle motors actually, you know, and these are now turning up on eBay second hand with the motors fitted because people dumped them for the Bachmann ones. Not sure how good they were, but I think Bachmann have done a good job. I think there's a lot of the motors are cheap can motors. I don't like them, and this is making a terrible racket, unlike this one, the 38 stock. So I need to take the bogey out and try and quieten it down. I hope the motor's not gone on it already because I haven't had it that long. But anyway, I'll just set it off so you can see the back of it. We'll stop it and just see the rear car, coach D. So these are numbered coach A, B, C and D. So when you couple them up, you have to couple them up in order, just like you do on their EMU stock. Alright, this video is 16 minutes. So I just want to point out the rear coach, the destination on it. They sort of skimped on it really, I think. Just show you that and we'll call it a day. And what it is, the rear destination blind, lo and behold, is it's going to Heathrow again. So they didn't bother putting a different blind, they just used up the tempo printed stock they had. Anyway, thanks for watching that, and next time I'm going to have both of these running and coupled together, although they never ran like that. Anyway, see you later.